Hi, welcome back. Now, I received this system, this desktop. This is all-in-one desktop. And this is elite one 800. Let me see. Okay, you can see. Can you see the name here? That is elite one 800. What happened to this PC is that it turns on, but it's no display. The fan, it was running high speed, so it doesn't display anything at all on the screen. Alright, so for desktop, the problem is that it's not displaying. Yeah. So not display, we have two things that could be, responsible for not displaying. One, it could be that the RAM is bad. Yeah. That's number one. And once the RAM has been rolled out, it could be that the CPU is dead. Alright. So out of the two, at least one should be responsible. Most of the time, it's often that if the system it's not having power problem, it turns on, so not power problem. But now the problem is that it is not displaying, it does not come up. I know that like it doesn't come up at all. We have different kind of that it doesn't display. It could be that the system is working inside, but the monitor is having a problem. But this time around, the monitor is not having a problem because the system itself does not come up. And how would I know if a system comes up? The CPU will eat up. Alright. Let's say I didn't lose it. How would I know that the system, the board, the system comes up? It's by use external keyboard and try to press caps lock multiple times. So if it doesn't blow up, it shows that it doesn't come up. So if it comes up, that shows that yes, it is working, but the problem is the display part is having a problem. Okay, but this time around it doesn't come up. Okay, it doesn't come up at all because my caps lock didn't blow. All right, so how will you do it? So now let's assess the back. Though this has been repaired, right? Okay, but now I'm walking you through the steps that I took, okay, in resolving this. So now let's talk to the back. Okay, you know, I often say this. Okay, the first step in solving a problem, okay, is for you to, of course, you know what you are doing, you know what is wrong. Now, to identify that yes, the system does not come up at all. It turns on, not power problem. That is ruled out. Number two, it doesn't come up at all because our caps lock doesn't show light. Okay, caps lock on the keyboard, right? It doesn't glow. As it doesn't come up at all. And there are two things that I want to check. That you need to check. It's either the RAM is having problem or the CPU, that is the processor itself, okay, is having problem. And how would I know that which part is having problem? Okay. Now, I don't have this kind of system. It could be that yes, you find yourself in similar situation that you don't have this kind of system that can remove one part. Let me try it on this system and see if it's going to work or not. Let's say you only have one system. Okay, so how are you going about it? This is how I went about it. Pay attention. Okay, now let's assess the back. And well, interestingly, this system has been given to someone else, but this person couldn't solve it. So the person condemned the system. That I don't know what should be about that. The system is dead. Alright. So I was checking it. Okay, so I found something different. So that's why it's often good to know what you are doing and systematically know how a problem can be approached so that you are not going to make a wrong diagnosis. Okay, that's why it's often good, and it's also good to know, okay, to be in your right sense, all right, so that you will not make poor judgments. Right now, let's go on. So now, let's turn now. We want to open this up. So how do you know how to open this? Okay, interestingly, I have not opened this before this was brought. Okay, but on looking at it, I studied it back to see how to open it. Right? Okay. So now, if it's challenging for you, it's not good to do trial by error because by trial by error you can have things. If you always do before, I've mentioned that you like this one is Elite 800. Just a bit Elite how to use Elite 800 or Elite 800 disassembly. Definitely find a video. Okay. So now, how do we go about this? I'm looking at the back. Okay. We have it has door. Okay. In fact, yeah, this door. There's one here, and there's another one here. So now you just to put the two and pull up to remove. Okay, I pull aside this now. Yeah. You see, it's very easy. Very easy. Now here is the back. Okay. I hope you can see clearly. Okay, let me see if I can let you see. There. Yeah. Alright, here we go. Aha. Now, looking at this. Okay. Now, here is the RAM. Okay. Here is the RAM. And we have the RAM here. Here is the CPU. Okay. But this is the motherboard, right? This is the home motherboard. Here is the CPU. Okay. And here is, yeah, I've mentioned this before. Let me give you some seconds so you can still remember. What's the name of this? Okay, this is called heatsink. Yeah. So what does it do? Hope you can still remember. No, without this now, the CPU is on fire. Can damage. Although at first it will trip up, the system will trip up so as to protect the CPU. So this is important. Alright? Because without this won't get any color. It will damage. So it is important. Here we have the heatsink, and here here is the end of it. Then our cooling fan. You see, double cooling fan. Alright? You see, it's the same thing with it's the same thing with laptop. We have this RAM. I want to push this this clip aside, the one that is holding it. This, should I say, retainer? Okay. Yeah, this is one. And this RAM, check. Okay. Alright. Okay. This will be next time. How to identify RAM. So this RAM now, this is DDR3. Okay. This RAM is DDR3. Yeah. That is DDR3. Let me see. Okay. Here is the second one. To check. Okay. That this RAM is okay. Now RAM is common. Definitely you can use this on laptop too. Yeah. I use it on laptop too. You find a laptop that uses PCM RAM, just remove one, test it on it. You can even test it and see. So if they are working, that means the RAM is in good shape. Okay, you can easily test this one. Maybe like you can remove one. You remove, there are two, right? Just remove one, retain one, you check, you remove it, then you try the another one, you check. Then you can check this on another system, and if it works, that means both RAM are working. Okay, so that is number one. That is number one is checking. Yeah, that is one. Okay, check. That is all for the RAM. You check the RAM, file you test it on that system, and the RAMs are okay. That means the RAMs are perfect. The problem is not with the RAM. The next thing that you check is the CPU. Now I will show you the CPU. Okay. Not to have access to it, you just lose the screws. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just lose it. To come out, just remove the heatsink. So once you remove the heatsink, you plug in the system and you turn it on. Okay. Once it turns on and it's working, alright, just put your hand on the CPU. If the CPU is okay, if it is working, it should get very, very hot. So if the CPU is mildly hot, haha, the CPU is bad. And that was what exactly happened to this system. Look at the CPU that I removed. Okay. Yeah. See the CPU. Let me see. Where you? Okay, Core i5 4th gen. Yeah, this was the one that was on the system, the bad one. Come to focus. Can you see this? So this CPU is pinless. It has no pin. Okay. All right. Come to focus. Good. Can you see that clearly? Good. Yeah. Right. Can see that clearly. Good. So the CPU was mildly hot, mildly, not hot, not very hot. Meanwhile, it should be very, very hot. Okay. So I remove it. I put another one. Once I replace it, I turn it on, shake. Immediately, it became very, very hot. System display, and that was why this was resolved. Right. Now, in recap, okay, this thing came out coming up, and it has been condemned by a previous person that the board was bad. Right. So on checking, figured out that the system was turning on. The problem on this system was that it was not coming up. So I checked with my keyboard to confirm it was not coming up. I know how to check what caused it not to come up. Basically, you have two things. You have the RAM. Okay, I've checked and the RAM was okay. The RAMs were okay, no problem with the RAM. And if you are faced with similar situation, you can remove one and retain one and share. And if nothing, clean the RAM, then swap the RAM. And to be sure that yes, there is RAM, the RAM is okay, you can test it on another device. And if it's what, that shows the RAM is okay. That shows the RAM is not the RAM is not the cause of the problem. Okay. So next that you check the CPU, just remove the heatsink. Okay. You turn it on. That few seconds you turn it on will not damage the CPU. Okay. So you turn it on and you feel it. If it does not get hot, like very hot, that means the CPU is bad. It should get very hot, not even mildly hot. Okay, so hot that you will not be able to put your hand on it. It's going to burn you. All right. So once you check like that, and the CPU is mildly hot or it's warm, like just a little warm, definitely CPU is bad. So you need to change it. Okay, and before you purchase another one, before you buy another one, it's good to find a CPU that you can use to troubleshoot. That you can use to troubleshoot. So once it's common, you know that yes, that's your fault. That is the cause of the problem. Then you can change it. So that was why this was resolved. In fact, there's no problem at all that has no solution. You know, for example, on this motherboard now, it's not possible. Maybe like if this system is not working. It's not that all the total parts is not working. It could be one thing that is having problem. And they say it could be that the motherboard is bad. Maybe like if it does not work, you could that the motherboard is bad, you just buy a replacement for it. You could that the screen is bad, buy a replacement for it. You could that the connection, one of the cable, is bad. You find a replacement for it. Okay. The same things are applicable to laptop. Maybe it does not work. It could be that the motherboard is having problem. If it could not be resolved, you find another board. It could be that something else. It could be that the RAM is bad. Because if this RAM is bad, we remove the RAM, not will show on the screen. Yeah. And if one of the RAM is bad, it will affect the other parts. Yes. Alright. So that will be all. Thank you for watching.